Today we'll be looking at a typical Gunderson patient room. Starting from the outside, these are what we refer to as a nurse alcove. Again, an opportunity for charting, documenting information. It also allows observation into every patient room. These can be put at various heights depending upon what your staff or team thinks works best. Moving closer to the door, patient room signage. This is an opportunity to communicate with other staff on your team or even from other teams. It's also an opportunity for a little hand sanitizer reminder. It can also be changed out to your precautions that are needed for that particular patient. Next are our doorway. Our doorway is nice and wide. We also have the tricked out leaf. This is for when you're transporting large pieces of equipment or moving the bed in and out. Obviously some protection, keeping the doors looking a little bit nicer. Once you enter into the room, you'll be in the area that we call the staff zone. This is where you'll mainly take care of patients from, is the side of the bed. This is where you'll find all of the information and supplies that you need for every patient. This space usually comes with some sort of a work surface, your computer for documenting. We also have what we refer to as the staff information board. Anything that you want to share with your team. Beyond this work surface, you'll find what we call the nurse server. The nurse server is available from both sides of the corridor and inside the patient room. There are numerous ways to orientate this. In this particular case, we broke it into two spaces. Dirty is below and above is clean supply. Down below, it perfectly fits the dirty linen hamper. Up above are rollout shelves. The rollout shelves are where all of your supplies will be. This is your opportunity to figure out what works best for your power levels and the containers to hold those items. Also in here is your pharmacy acrylic box. This is all locked. It gets filled from the public side. They put in the patient's meds, they're locked, and only the appropriate staff has the combinations to open up from the inside the patient room. Every patient room is supplied with a nightstand. This is obviously for patients to put their personal belongings. It's also additional storage for supplies that you might need for patient care. Every patient room has two head wall units. These are modular units, so they allow you to change the elements and the pieces that are available on them. Here at Gunderson, we had numerous teams that worked to come up with a standard layout and standard gas, vacuum, electrical that's needed for patient care. It also has a rail system that allows for all the accessories to be added. Behind the patient bed, it's just a decorative panel, adds a little texture and warmth to the patient room. Along with that, we also put a wood trim of 4 inches all the way around the room and a wood-looking sheet good on the floor. Every patient room does get a recliner. Also at least one piece of artwork. There's also a Leco lift system. Runs the whole width and length of the room. It does need a place to park with power available to keep it charged. Here in the family zone, we also offer sleeping accommodations. If your room is not large enough for a whole sofa, we do have other possibilities between a sleeper chair and a love seat function. In the family zone, they also have access to the TV and the sound. They also get their own light so as which to not interrupt patients. All patient rooms have windows. We do a dual shade. In this case, it's mesh on the inside, and the second shade that's behind is a blackout shade for patient rest. In this particular room, the patient's family was provided with what we call a guest center. It's an opportunity for family and friends to pin up their cards and photos for patients. It's also a surface to take care of bills, eat dinner. As we move on, every room is given a closet or a wardrobe for every patient. This is also the patient information board. This is where you'll find all the information to keep you on track with your care. Every patient room is provided with a TV and an additional shelf. The shelf, again, is another spot for your cards, your flowers, things that just make you feel good. Patient restroom, obviously most patients will need one. The door frame is a special door frame. It allows our lift system to travel into the bathroom for safe transport of patients and for staff. Obviously, all the fixtures in there are what you'd expect to find in a bathroom. We also provide wall protection and storage for any additional walking items that are needed for patient care. And then the last section of the patient room is really our hand washing and sanitation station. So every room is given a hand washing sink, obviously everything that goes along with that, and the supplies that you need for taking care of patients.